I ain't gonna lie, I really enjoy me some episodes like this where it really starts diving in the mystery and building up on the suspense on just what the hell is going on. Now, I know there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, fuck you, ForneverWorld. That wasn't a good episode at all. Where the fuck was the action? Like, you fucking retard. Shut the fuck up for a second, alright? Relax. Like, honestly, the way it's setting things up, and I remember reading a lot of this in the manga and feeling the same way, just building on the suspense, and I think even the atmosphere, because, you know, a lot of Attack on Titan, we see them in the sunset and everything, and, you know, the beginning of the episode did start off that way, but once we get into the nighttime thing, it felt a little bit even unfamiliar territory in a way with Attack on Titan. Now, I know there's been scenes and stuff like that that's happened in the nighttime as well, but the way this episode was set up and, you know, just having, it's kind of like a horror thing in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in the nighttime, it's completely pitch fucking black, all you have is a stick with fire on it, and there's man-eating creatures all around. Like, that shit, it gave you that kind of scary feel, but then at the same time building on the suspense with so many questions, and then a lot of setup in the beginning. Like, I love episodes like this. You don't always need action, you don't always need ass kicking, although it is nice to see, I ain't gonna lie, especially with the gorgeous art and animation that Attack on Titan provides, but you don't always need it, and this episode is a prime example of that, because let's start off talking about the beginning, which I remember reading it in the manga, and again, of course, if you watch my Attack on Titan anime episode reviews, no spoilers from me, so don't worry about that. We got the scene where Connie is there with that crazy looking Titan that can't move, and it starts talking. Now, you saw in the beginning of the season that one Titan, the Beast Titan, could talk as well, so it gotta kind of make you think, is there some sort of connection right there, and what's up with that, because it was saying come home or something along the lines of that, and Connie is like, what the fuck? And it alluded to the fact that it reminded him of his mom. Now, that kind of brings up a lot of questions, because we know if they're not a shifter, there's nobody in the nape of the neck. There's nothing there. It's just they're straight up a Titan. So it can't be that Connie's mom is a shifter and she's just laying there or something. So it makes you think a lot, like, holy fuck, what's going on? Like, could it possibly be that maybe his mom is a Titan, or people turn into Titans? Like, a lot of questions there, assuming that Connie wasn't fucking on some LSD. They're just bugging the fuck out, and right now he's in a padded room somewhere and this doesn't even exist. But then you got Reiner there that kind of didn't even hear it, and he's bugging out as well, so it makes you question, did Connie even fucking hear that? Is he bugging out? Because I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta question someone's psychological aspects when they just came to their village and they're under the assumption that, holy shit, everyone that I cared and felt near and dear to are seemingly gone. They could be dead, but then there's no blood, so another big mystery there. Why is there no blood? If everybody just got slaughtered in this village, where's the blood at? Where's the carnage? Where's the body parts? You know what I'm saying? So we don't even have that, which brings up more questions. And the beginning of this episode, again, it was like, okay, building up a little bit of suspense, which the whole entire episode was really doing that, which good shit. So when you get the answers later on, it's like, I get that. Oh. Then we cut to a little bit more finding out about Krista and Ymir, which, if you've seen some of the interviews and, you know, a lot of different people talking about the production of this, these are going to be two prime characters, especially Ymir, in this season. So coming into this, you know, okay, they're going to be somewhat important and they're getting more focus, which is good, because in season 1 we focused a lot on, which I was totally fine with, but nevertheless, on like Mikasa, Armin, Eren, Levi, Hanji, which are all awesome characters, you know, love them to death or whatever, but it's nice to get a breath of fresh air and see these other characters, their perspective, their motives and goals and so on and so forth. And with Ymir, it seems as though, which, nothing wrong with it, she's kind of feeling, or really has some feelings, or just feels admiration to protect Krista, because seemingly her goals, even though she was bullshitting on some tsundere shit, is to protect Krista. She joined the corps essentially to be there and, you know, make sure she's safe and whatnot. And Krista's kind of like a little bit maybe oblivious to it. She knows it, but I don't think she knows why. So yeah, we have some Yuri couples in there. I mean, I can't blame you, man. I ain't gonna lie. Krista there looking a little bit, you know, that blonde, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Ymir, I fucks with it. Yo, why not? Yuri and Attack on Titan, let's go. And this episode yet sets forth again that Eren has to get hard. He needs to get hard as fuck, bro. He needs to get hard so he can penetrate them walls. Oh my god, yeah. Fucking perversion. Because essentially their plan is, because they kind of got to figure something out to eventually take back other walls and eventually, hopefully, save humanity from the despair it's been for however many years the Titans have been roaming around. They're like, yo, Eren, if you could do the same thing that Annie did, we could plug in that wall, which Hanji, again, great setup from the very start of Attack on Titan, the fact that she's so scientific and she studies shit, and the fact that she was holding that crystallized piece from Annie's body for so long. She looks at it, she examined it, and realized it's the same material as the walls, and it kind of also gives a boost to just how smart Armin is, because Armin already made that deduction, and he's, you know, just a rookie, so to speak. So it gives a little bit like, ooh, okay, Armin, I see you, you're a smart dude, but it comes to the conclusion that, yo, we need to try and get Eren to do it. Now, you could definitely see, we didn't really get much into his dialogue in a sense, but he doubts that he can do that, because it's kind of like he just got these powers not that long ago. He hasn't had time to practice it, so how the fuck is he just gonna randomly do something that he doesn't even know how to do? But he's like, fuck it, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? What can you really do when you're in this situation? Like, hey, humanity needs you to fucking get hard, bro. It's like, I guess I'm gonna get hard, pull out the fucking tapes, which is also a setup that eventually we're gonna go to Wall Maria and try to take it back. Also him thinking back about the key to the basement and potentially the answers that could lie in there as well. So good setups there. And then Pastor Nick, stubborn as a fucking mule. I was really hoping, and I didn't remember what exactly happened in the manga. I was hoping, I was like, damn, I can't remember if it happened or not, but I want to see Hanji beat the fuck out of him. Just like when she went up to him and said, hey, did you have a change of heart? He was still like, nah, bro, I ain't saying shit, bro. We don't talk to the police around here, Pa. What you doing? I was like, please, Hanji, just knock this motherfucker the fuck out. I beg of you, punch him, kick him, something. And he broke a little bit without her having to use force, so I guess there's that, but it wasn't like much, you know what I'm saying? Like, he gave a name, he gave them some clues, some breadcrumbs, but he didn't say much. And if you're gonna give them breadcrumbs, motherfucker, just say it all. Stop being a fucking bitch, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, at the end of the day, you're seeing all these people that have been affected tremendously and tragically by the Titans. You're seeing people, they lost their entire livelihood, everyone that they love, and you're just still like, yeah, that's fucked up, bro, but I ain't still talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you fucking asshole, how about you fucking say something? But he gave them breadcrumbs nevertheless, and again, it points back to what I said earlier on in this video regarding the fact that Ymir and Krista, in particular, are going to be vital to this arc at the very least, because it seemingly has something to do with Krista. Krista has some involvement, or maybe somebody around her, or something along the lines of that, regarding the pastors not talking and the knowledge they have of the wall. So it already makes you think, what's going on with this girl? She seems to be a rookie. She seems that she don't really know that much. She's, you know, a rookie cadet. So why the fuck would she have all this information? Is she just similar to like an Annie, where she's a Titan shifter as well? Like, it makes you question a lot of different things. Like, what the fuck does this bitch have involvement to do with these pastors and the walls and everything? A lot of interesting stuff, and again, building up the suspense, which is another key point of this episode, and something that I really loved. I love mysteries, I love suspense, and this episode was handling it very nicely. And again, with the setting, the dark setting, and the, you know, horror element, it was like all around a great way to set things up with mystery. And speaking of mysteries, they walked around the walls, didn't find any holes. I was like, so you can kind of piece things together fairly easily without having even read the source material, which, you know, I'm not going to say too much, but no holes in the walls, but there's Titans inside there. And Connie, I don't want to spoil, but I think you could piece things together fairly easily with the anime. Especially, it's a bit easier, I feel. They put more context and more clues in the anime than they did in the manga, but it's kind of like, yeah. And then this Beast Titan, which, by the way, is kind of like, what the fuck was his whole end game? Because he seemingly came for a purpose, right? And he's leaving now. He's climbing his big ass over that wall and he's bouncing. You look back like, job done. I'm out of here. So it's kind of like, what was his whole involvement? I'm assuming that he has something tremendous to do with everything that transpired, because now he's bouncing. He's like, I did my job. I'm fucking out of here. Like, peace. And again, keeping on with the theme of this episode with suspense and mystery, why the fuck are the Titans able to move at night when it's been previously established that once the sun goes down, they're powered down, they can't really move? But around that castle, they're wrecking shit, they're going hard. So a lot of elements there, possibly some introduction to something new regarding the Titans, or new abilities regarding the Titans, or something to do with that Beast Titan, or something new entirely in general that just hasn't been discovered yet, even with Hanji's research of Sony and Bean. Remember those motherfuckers, how she almost fucking killed herself over them dying? Like, yeah, something interesting there. Oh, and by the way, Sasha returned, which it kind of felt random, because in the end of last week's episode, she bounced with her family and was like, oh no, I'm back, here's some news. Oh, thank God, you got me a potato. Fucking hell, a potato, yes. Oh, potatoes. So Sasha's back, the moron's back, the cute moron is back. Hey! Also gotta point out them using some of the OST from the original first season. Oh my gosh, especially when they were, you know, attacking the Titans. Attack on Titan, hey! Like when they were attacking the Titans, I was like, yo, that OST for the win. Honestly, this episode, even though it didn't really have action, all the setup, suspense, mysteries, and build-ups, and all of that good shit, the characterization that was slowly building in to certain characters like Krista, and the breadcrumbs that Pastor Nick set forth, and the setup for what Eren is seemingly supposed to do with getting hard as fuck, getting a stiff one. Yeah, I thought this episode was dope as shit. I'd say honestly an 8 out of 10. I know probably people will disagree, like, hey, we didn't have big things happen, but you need episodes like this that do setup, but in a very intriguing way. Like, I really appreciate a setup episode and a build-up episode that also can keep me very entertained and engaged. And this episode did just that, so 8 out of 10 for this one. Kind of curious what you guys think for anime-only viewers, all 2 of you out there. What do you think about this episode? A lot of the mysteries that I talked about. What do you think about Eren's plan to get hard? How is he gonna figure that whole thing out? I mean, there's probably like some good old gang-banging fucking porn you can find there to get hard. I mean, well, wrong series. And your overall thoughts of the episode. Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Did you enjoy and appreciate the suspense? And where the fuck do you think all of this is going right now with seemingly the Titans attacking at night and moving around? Like, how's that happening? What's going on with the Beast Titans? So many interesting questions, so many things to talk about, and yeah, a really treat of an episode of Attack on Titan. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. Okay, I'll stop with that. Drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.